Hello and welcome back to Steam It with Steve. Today we're going to finish off our exploration of Pythagoras with the topic test that we've done in class. So this is based off the Dr. Frost example that we followed, so let's jump on in. So to start, this is the sort of questions that you've had. Remember, make sure you read the guidelines really carefully. So it says give your answer to correct one decimal place. You need to make sure you follow that, otherwise it does get a little bit tricky. So let's jump on in. So first step, as always, we've got to draw our line. So we're going to go down here and draw a line. Well, pen's just starting up, which is great. I'll go back and forward. And I'm going to draw these questions up as we go, just so that you guys can follow at home. So the first question, we've got a triangle with 5 and 15. And that's a right angle, and they want you to find y. So we've got 5 and 15. So straight away, first step, we're always going to go h squared equals a squared plus b squared. All right, sorry, we need to write this as well. So Pythagoras topic test. And we need to grab a highlighter as well, just to make this really clear. So we've got that. Now we're going to fill in the blanks of what we don't know. So we're going to go h squared now equals 5 squared plus 15 squared. Grab a calculator. It's going to come across here. Hopefully you now can see that. So we're going to go, what do we want to do? 5 squared plus 15 squared. Equals, and we get 250. Then h equals the square root of 250, which then equals what? Let's grab a calculator. Square root, answer equals. So 15.8 to one decimal place. Now because I'm doing this as an exam, show you what I would do. I'd highlight that. Make your teacher's life that much better. So that's number one. Let's jump into number two. So this one's a little bit different. So we're going to draw a quick triangle across, down, this way. And this time we have the hypotenuse. We've got 7, and then we want to find z. So if we're trying to find the leg, we need to go through the process. So we're going to go a squared is equal to h squared minus b squared, which then fill in the blanks. So we got 18 squared minus 7 squared. Grab a calculator. 18 squared minus 7 squared equals 275. Then a equals the square root of 275. So we go square root with that answer, and we get 16.58, which rounds up to 16.6. Grab a highlighter. Boop. Oh, also that should be in centimeters, sorry. Because we're given the unit, and I think this one here was centimeters as well. So make sure you use the units that's been given to you. Otherwise you may lose some part marks, which isn't so cool, particularly if you're trying to get a good grade. Right, 15 and 10. So we're going to go to question number 3. Redraw the triangle. So we've got that. We've got 15 and 10, and we're trying to find y. So straight away, h squared equals a squared plus b squared, because we're trying to find the hypotenuse. And then we fill in the blanks. So we'll go 15 squared plus 10 squared. Grab a calculator. 15 squared plus 10 squared gives us that. 325. If you can see that. Yep. So 325. So we write that down. Then h equals the square root of 325. So grab a calculator, square root, answer 18.0 centimeters. Cool. Next one. So number 4. Got a right angle triangle. We got 17, 7, and y. Finding the shorter side. Whoop, and come back. Highlight. So this is a squared equals h squared minus b squared. So we're going to go y squared is equal to 17 squared minus 7 squared. Grab a calculator. So we go 17 squared minus 7 squared. Gives us 240. And then y equals the square root of 240. Answer 15.5 centimeters. Cool. Next part. So let's fold that down and draw a line straight down. Question part 5. So we've got sides. So we've got 14.1, 14.8, 19.5. Is it a right angle triangle? So if it is, what I would do is a quick little sketch here. And the biggest side's 19.5. And then this side doesn't matter. So that can be 14.1 and that can be 14.8. So they got you to find out whether or not it is a right angle triangle. So they go 14.1 squared equals 14.8 squared equals, and then 19.5 squared equals. Let's work this out. So we go 14.1, we square that, and we get 198.81. 14.8 squared equals 219.04. Then 19.5 squared equals 380.25. So if we add those two together, let's see what happens. 198.1 plus 219.04, we get 417, which is not that. So we could go 198.1 plus 219.04 equals 380.25. That's what we're hypothesizing. And then we worked it out. 417.14 does not equal 380.25. So therefore, no, not a right angle triangle. Done. That was question number 5. Cool. Let's jump on in. Number 6. Determine whether same thing again. So we'll draw a quick little triangle. And we've got 10, 2, 9.5. So let's think about this hypotenuse. So let's see if the left-hand side equals the right-hand side. So 10 squared equals 2 squared plus 9.5 squared. So we get 100 equals, and let's just do it, 4 squared plus 9.5 squared. Like so. And we get 106.25. So it's close. So it's not equal. No, not a right angle triangle. Done. Seven. So next one here, same thing. So right angle there. We got 6, 4.5, 3.5. Fill in the blanks. So 6 squared equals 4.5 squared plus 3.5 squared. So let's see if 36, 4.5 squared plus 3.5 squared gives us 32.5. So again, not equal. Nope, not a right angle triangle. Done. Eight. So we've got an isosceles triangles. This one's a little bit more complex. So that height there is 5.4 of the diagram. This is 7.3. Because it's isosceles, this angle here and this angle here, because it says AB is equal to BC. So this is A, this is B, and this is C. And then we want to find the length P across the bottom here from there to there. Now if we look carefully, because we know how triangles work, these are two triangles that are exactly the same, and they've got a right angle here and here, so therefore we're going to use good old Pythagoras. And then once we've done that, we can find whether or not it's right angle. So let's go and call that x. So we're finding the leg, not the hypotenuse, so we're going to use this rule: a squared equals h squared minus b squared, and then fill in the blanks. So in this case here, we're going to call it x squared equals 7.3 squared minus 5.4 squared. So x is that distance from there to there of this one triangle. And then that equals, let's see, 7.3 squared minus 5.4 squared. This is 24.13. Then x equals the square root, 24.13. Oh, and let's just do the answer times 2. So we get 48. Oh, sorry. Let's go again. So 7.3 squared minus 5.4 squared gives us that. And then we're going to do the square root of that answer. So square root of the answer gives us 4.9. 122. And then b equals 2. Let's go again. P equals 2 lots of x. So therefore it's the same as 2 times the 4.9122, blah, blah, blah. And notice how I kept that in my calculator the whole time. So now just times that by 2. And I get 9.82. And then if I want to round it, I think it's to 1 decimal place usually. Yep. So in this question here, this now becomes 9.8 centimeters. Done. So now we're on to 9. Cool. So this is again another multi-step question. It is going to be a little bit more challenging, but that's part of the fun. So with 9, we've got a right angle triangle like so. That goes in like that. We've got 5.5, x, 4.5, and then 2.5. So to solve this, I'm going to make that a y. So we need to find y first, then we can find x. So if we can find that, that's the leg. We've got a hypotenuse in this leg. And once we find that, we just use Pythagoras again to get there. So the first step is we want to find the leg. So we've got a squared equals h squared minus b squared, which equals 5.5 squared. So y squared, sorry, equals 5.5 squared minus 2.5 squared. Fill in the blanks. So we go 5.5 squared minus 2.5 squared, and we get 24. So then y by itself equals the square root of 24. Now I'm going to leave that as an exact value because I'm going to use that again with the next one. So now I'm going to go h squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. And fill in the blank. So I'm going to go x squared equals the square root of 24 squared plus 4.5 squared. So that just equals 24 plus 4.5 squared. And I've got 24 plus 4.5 squared. So 44.25. And then x equals the square root of 44.25. So we're going to go square root of that answer, and we get 6.7 centimeters. Done. Next one. 10. A little bit more evil. Here we go. Number 10. Shouldn't say evil, more challenging. So we've got a 6, a 10, and then we've got a right angle in there. Then with that, they've gone off and made a right angle again in here. And then you have x and 15. So this is two hypotenuses. So you need to find this one here first. So this times this, this squared plus this squared, and then square root it to get that. And then this squared plus this squared equals that. And again, probably going to keep an exact form. So we're going to go h squared equals a squared plus b squared. Fill in the blanks. So 6 squared plus 10 squared equals 36 plus 100 equals 136. So then, we've got y squared. So then y equals the square root of 136. Cool. And then we want to find x. So again, write the rule. H squared equals a squared plus b squared. Fill in the blanks. So we've got the square root of 136 all squared plus 15 squared. So 15 squared plus 136, because now we should have worked out that doesn't change. So 361. And then, we should say that x squared. So then, let's go underneath. X equals the square root of 361. So we'll go square root, answer, and we get 19. And then that was centimeters as well. Done. Next one. What's this one? 11. Here we go. Cool. So this one's a little bit harder. Line down there. So we draw a right angle triangle. Got x, 10, 11, and 22. So if we want to find this, we've got y, which is this distance here. And I'm going to call this whole side up here b, just to make it a bit easier. So y is this little bit in here with that right angle triangle. And see how we've got a triangle of 10, 11, and y. And then with this bigger side, b, 22, and then 10. So to find x, if we think about it, which is this distance here, we can find b and then subtract that bit off, which is y. Do you see that we would be left with what x is, which is this distance here? So to do that, we're going to do Pythag twice. So we're going to do it with the big side first, with 22, 10 to find b, and then 11 and 10 to find y. So because we're finding the legs in both times, same rule. So we've got a squared is equal to h squared minus b squared. So if we're finding y first, the shorter triangle, we'll go y, hang on. Yeah, no, that's right. Y squared equals 11 squared minus 10 squared equals 121 minus 100, which equals 21. And then y equals the square root of 21. Then we're going to do the bigger side. So we'll go a squared equals h squared minus b squared. So that equals 22 squared minus 10 squared. So I'm going to use my calculator. 22 squared minus 10 squared equals 384. And we're going to call that b, sorry, aren't we? So it's b squared. So then b equals the square root of 384. So then the difference is equal to b minus y, which equals square root of 314 minus the square root of 21. Notice that I kept it in this power form the whole way through, and then minus the square root of 21. And then one decimal place, that's 15.0 centimeters. This is a little bit more challenging now. So that was 11. 12. So here's a rectangle. We've got 5 and 7. 5-sided shape is shown below by making, and it's made from 2 of these rectangles with the 1-sided thing. Work out the perimeter of the 5-sided shape. Give your answer to 1 decimal place. So just so that you can understand at home, you have a rectangle like this where it's 7 and 5. And then they've made a more complex shape out of that from 2 of these rectangles. So they've got a rectangle like that down. And then this one goes across. And you've got a little right angle triangle in there. So this is that side. So we've got a 5 and a 7, 7 and a 5. So if this whole distance is 7, this is 5, you've taken away. So then this is 2. And this is just still 7. And then we just need to find that, because that's at a right angle in there. So h squared equals a squared plus b squared. X squared equals 2 squared plus 7 squared. Should need that. So that's 4 plus 49, which equals 53. So x equals the square root of 53, which equals approximately 7.3. So then the perimeter of this, and that means secure the perimeter, so all the way around would be, if starting up here, would be the 5 plus the 7 plus the 5 plus the 7.3 plus the 5 plus the 7. Here we go. There's 3 5s, so I'm going to go 5 times 3 plus 7 times 2 plus 7.3. So that equals 36.3 centimeters. Done. Cool. That's that one. That one. Nearly there. 13. Okay, so this one's going to get a little gnarly. So we try and find F to H. So this is a 3D space question. Like I said, these are getting a little bit more tricky, particularly for people starting off with Pythag, but they're always good to do the trickier ones first. So a quick way to draw a cube is draw 2 squares and then just connect corners. It's not quite a cube, but that's all right. So you have at the back F, G, H, and E, and then up the front we have A, A down the bottom, B, C, and then D. So this is 15 across, 6 back, and then 19 high. And then the question is the distance from F to H. So it's just that distance to the back one. So if this is 19 high and then 15 across, we've got a nice right angle triangle. So to redraw it up the back, we're going from F to H to E, square root, and we know that's 15. No, that's 19, x, simple Pythag. So we got h squared equals a squared plus b squared. So that's equal to 19 squared plus 15 squared. $586. Sorry, x squared. So x equals the square root of 586. So we'll go square root of that answer, 24.2 centimeters. Done. So that was 13. Now we're up to 14. Which of the following is true? So again, going to draw a quick picture here so that you guys can follow at home. Well, we've got A, D, C, B, and then up the back we've got F, whoop, that's really bad, G, H, then E. So F to C equals 18 squared plus 3 squared. So this is 18 here. This is 3. We don't have a height, so let's just think about this. So 8 FC. So from this corner to that corner equals 18 squared plus 3 squared. Nah, so it can't be that one. FB, so the length across the top. Yeah. Oh, no, because that's the hypotenuse. So it's an FB is a hypotenuse, so therefore it's not 18 squared minus 3 squared. EG, E to G. No, we don't have the height. And then A to G. Yep, so it's A to G. So AG squared equals 18 squared plus 3 squared. So if we look at that, A to G is the 18 plus the 3 squared, because that's what the triangle would be. So that would be what the correct answer for 14 would be. $15. Awesome. So we've got a square base pyramid. I'm just going to go and do the cross section of it so we can see what that looks like. So this is from the very center across. Now, because it's a square, this center point, if we think about the square from the top, we've got that slice there. Now, that distance is the same as this distance from here, which on the diagram is 3. So then that's also 3. So therefore we've got 3 and then AB. Oh, sorry, we've got the slanted side. So that slanted length is 5. If we're looking at the side of this, we've got 5. I could just use straight Pythag. And we'll call that A. So we're going to go A squared equals H squared minus B squared. So we're going to get 5 squared minus 3 squared, 25 minus 9 equals, can't think at the moment, 14, 16. So then A by itself equals the square root of 16, which then equals 4. And that's 15. And the last one, we've got 16. Cool, cube question. So we want to go from P to C. So P to C. So from that corner there down to that guy there. So again, let's draw a quick little box so we've got a copy. And that one comes down. So we've got A, B, C, D, R, S, P, and then Q. We want to find the distance from P to C, so it's that distance across there. So this is a three-dimensional question. So what I would do is find the base bit, so from ACB. That's not going to work. So from A to B to C, just along the bottom there. And we know that's 16, we know that's 10, we know that's 8. So you find that diagonal across the bottom of the rectangular prism, and then what happens then is you can find that because you have this base bottom and then 8. So eventually we'll be able to go across, and then you know this is 8 because that's P, that's A, and that's C. And then this one here was 10 and 16 with X, so that becomes X, and then you can find Y because it's again linked together. So the first step is we're going to find the bottom, so we're going to go find AC. So the way we do that, we go H squared equals A squared plus B squared. Fill in the blanks, so we go 16 squared plus 10 squared. 16 squared plus 10 squared to get 356. And then that was going to be AC squared as well, wasn't it? So AC then equals the square root of 356. Notice that I'm leaving that. Then we go back to the other triangle. So we've got that now. We've got that. We want to find that, which is PC. So now to find PC, which is the unknown, same process. H squared equals A squared plus B squared. So then PC squared equals square root of 356 all squared plus 8 squared. So I'm going to cheat here. 356 plus 64 gives me 420. And then PC by itself equals the square root of 420, which then equals, let's see, 20.5. And then if we look at this original rectangle, does that seem reasonable? Well, the back from here to here is 16, this is 10. So yeah, that does seem pretty reasonable to be 20.5. So that's a lot. That's a really hard questions. Good examples. If you've gotten your head around that, that's a pretty good step in the right direction. The more you practice these, the better you'll get. That is, if you do all those questions, that is definitely an A-level standard with Pythagoras. There are some pretty gnarly questions for a grade 8 student, but the more you practice these, the better you will become, 100%. And you should see that there's a pattern there. State the rule, go through, fill in the values, try and work out what goes where, and then, yeah, get the answer at the end. So that's it from me. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe, as it does help with this YouTube algorithm that we're trying to push in, up with Steaming with Steve. And yeah, see you next time on Steaming with Steve. Adios.